What's up, everyone? It's Max Clausen, and I'm bringing you guys an update to my Yubel Fiendsmith deck profile. So, it's been a while since I have touched this deck, and I was advised by my buddy Kamon that, maybe I should try and bring this deck back. And I took it to locals yesterday at the time of this recording. And first round didn't have an opponent, so easy win. Second round was literally against Kamon, funny enough. Lost that, unfortunately. And third round was against Canine White Forest, and we ended up clutching that one, amazingly. Let's just say that the Yubels are still great to have on the field as they are. So, I'm going to get into the main, extra, and side deck. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe for more. Let's get into this. For starters, we start off with the basic tried and true, the one Yubel Terror Incarnate, and the original Yubel. Gotta get this one QCR at some point, but these are the only two copies of the original Yubel set you run. There are arguments where you could tech in the Ultimate Nightmare just in case they do get over Terror Incarnate before you finish off all your plays or such. But maybe I'll try it out maybe at some point, but the option is there if you want it. Next, we have the 2 Spirit of Yubel. Now this card can also be doubled as a hand trap, so it does lose to the canines in that aspect, but it's still a good card. And there was literally a moment in my duel against the White Forest Canine where he Book of Moon my field, and I just tribute summon Spirit. Unfortunately, Spirit does not get its effect if you tribute summon it, which is unfortunate, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Anyhow, Spirit's effect is if you attack directly, you can special summon this, activate this card's effect in your hand to special summon it. If it's special summoned, you can add to your hand or set a spell or trap that mentions Yubel. And all Yubels from the main and extra share the same effect, that you take no battle damage involving these cards. But the original Yubels, for those that also don't know, if they are attacked while in a face-up attack position, the opponent takes the damage that you would have taken. So combine that with Nightmare Pain, on their turn, they attack into it, they take the damage twice. Let's keep that in mind. Next up, we do have still run the 1 Unchained Soul Shavara. Yes, this card is at 2, but this isn't an Unchained Yubel deck, so you don't want to brick on seeing this card because you can only special summon it by its effect once, I believe. So you just play the 1. Helps to extend your plays and keep popping Yubel monsters. And when it's sent to the graveyard, you can set an Unchained spell or trap card from your deck to your deck. Next, we run the Fiendsmith package, just the 3 engraver. You know what this does, along with the 1 Lacrima. You know what she does. No need to further explain things. Next, I do have the 3 new tech from, I believe, Duelist Advance. And that is the 3 Buio, the Dawn's Light. This is a new Fiend card that can help push some Fiend decks, mainly this deck and the Burning Abyss deck, because of her effect. So first and foremost, her effect from hand activates that you can target a Fiend monster you control, negate its effects, and special summon this card. Monsters in your leftmost and rightmost zones cannot be destroyed by effects. And when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add Mutiny in the Sky from your deck to your hand, which is this card's fusion spell. Next up, we play the 2 Dark Beckoning Beasts. I choose to play 2 because really you should only play this card at 2. Never really play it at 3 because it can only search the continuous spell and any other card that mentions the Sacred Beast, so it can't search itself. So there was times when I had this and I had the continuous spell, activate the continuous spell, search this, but I didn't have any other extenders, so I had to summon it and search out the continuous spell again, which you don't want to have happen to you. So Only play this at 2, nothing more, nothing less. I play the 1 Fabled Glory, you know why it's here. Now we run the 1 Chaos Summoning Beast just to complement these. If I do see the continuous spell, activate it, search Beast, summon Beast, search Chaos Beast. They all still do help with the Yubel archetype, being Dark Fiends with no attack or defense. Speaking of those stats, we do play the 2 Samsara the Lotus. I choose to play this at 2 just because its effect is not a quick effect. If it was a quick effect, yes, I'd be playing this card at 3, 100%. But since it can be hit with things like Valor and Imperm, yeah, don't want to always see this card in my hand. Rather summon it out through the deck or search it out in some means. And it is technically your other normal summon you want, but Dark Beckoning Beast gives you an additional normal summon. But if they Imperm or Valor it, or if you do turn it off with Buyo, then that additional normal summon is null and void. Next we do play the 1 Gruesome Grave Squirmer. I only play one of this because you want to search it out in the combo. Is that you would have Nightmare Pain on the field, pop your Yubel, Spirit of Yubel, most importantly, search this, get Yubel to the field, summon this, pop Yubel, get Ultimate Nightmare. Yeah, and its grave effect is that you can banish it to summon back one of your Yubel monsters from the graveyard. Only really summon back Spirit and original Yubel. Next up for the hand traps, we do play the 3 Fualos because it's the best hand trap in this meta so far. Ash Blossom, which is just seeing so much play and honestly probably should be hit on a ban list, maybe not. I'd rather Joel be hit most likely. And the last hand trap, which is good in this current meta, is 3 Ghost Bell of the Haunted Mansion. Just because we have a lot of decks right now that interact with the graveyard, we still do have Bystials running around, DD Crows, and if your opponent, a nice interaction is that if your opponent goes first, you activate Fualos. They don't have an Ash, but they do have Call By. They try to Call By it. You can chain the Ghost Bell to negate the Call By, which is pretty funny. That's it for the monster count. Let's get into the spells and traps. For the spells, we do play the 3 Nightmare Throne, as you should. On activation, you can add or send to the graveyard a Fiend with 0 attack or defense. And with this, when a face-up Yubel monster you control is destroyed by a card effect or by battle, it's been a while, guys. Sorry. Yeah, if your face-up Yubel monster is destroyed, you can leaves the field by a card effect. You can summon back, you can add to your hand a Yubel monster from your deck, grave, or banishment that's 1 level higher or lower, and then special summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions. Sorry it's been a while, I haven't touched this deck in a while, guys, give me a break. Next we do have the 3 Spirit Gates, well 2 Spirit Gates, excuse me. Again in a form that you don't want to hard lose to Joel, because this deck does lose to Joel. So, and as I said earlier with the Summoning Beasts things, but this is the card you definitely need to play in a Yubel deck. You play it at 2. 2 is a perfect number because you can search it. If you want to play 3, that's fine, but just be prepared that you might brick on it. Anyway, its effect is that you can, on activation, you add something that mentions the Sacred Beasts, and once per turn, you can discard a card for cost, and then summon a Fiend with 0 attack and defense from your graveyard. So if you have a Fiend in your graveyard, you can pitch Spirit of Yubel ideally, and then summon Spirit of Yubel because it was pitched for cost first. And while you control a level 10 monster, I believe it just has to be a Fiend. Yeah, if you just control a level 10 monster, you can add a continuous spell back from your grave to your hand, which helps because in this deck profile I am, spoiler, only running Nightmare Parent 1. Next we have the 1-ofs, we have the 1/1 for 1. Just being able to get Samsara the Lotus out from the deck this way is very helpful, doesn't waste our normal summon on it. We have the 1 Terraforming to search out our field spell. We have the 1 Fiendsmith Track to search out our Lori and discard it, and it can be used from the graveyard to fusion summon. We have the one Call by the Grave. We have the Cross-Out Designator, just for Ash, Fualos, and Imperm. Those are the main hurts of the deck. We have the Triple Tactics Talent to look at the opponent's hand, steal a card, or draw. The one Nightmare Pain, as I exclaimed earlier. So this card had a very annoying ruling thing come up yesterday at the locals. Is that I had this card up, and my opponent had the Saint Azamina. And as you both know, Saint Azamina and Nightmare Pain both share the effects that the opponent would take any damage that you would have taken. So let me know in the comments down below, guys. But from what I read online and on a judge's forum, the owner of the Yubel player, if they control the Yubel monster, because all the Yubels say you take no damage whatsoever from battles involving them, the opponent takes all the damage regardless. Even if Saint Azamina is there, the Yubel monsters along with Nightmare Pain just circumvent like Saint Azamina. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But if you guys know better than me, or if you know you have some videos you've seen where it shows it doesn't work, you know, be sure to leave that all down in the description, or say it down in the description, comment in the comment section. But Nightmare Pain is the heart and soul of this deck. It's how you win all of your games. Your opponent takes any and all battle damage you would have taken from your Yubel monsters, and once per turn, you can destroy a dark monster from your hand or field on the grave. Destroy one from the hand or field, non-targeting, and then you search a monster that mentioned Yubel. Last up, we do run the Mutiny in the Sky for the Booyah. This is a very cool card because it does shuffle the fusion materials back into the deck. So you can go into things like your Desiree, if you put Phantom of Yubel back into the extra deck, you can summon Phantom of Yubel this way, I believe. And you have another fusion monster in Lucius the Dust Dart. But its other effect in the graveyard is that you can discard a card, add this card back to your hand, so it's nice little Dark World synergy there if you're playing it. For the traps, we run the 3 Infinite Impermanence, nothing more nor less, and of course the 1 Abominable Chamber of the Unchained to get back our Unchained monsters. That is it for the main deck, a clean 45 cards. Let's get into the extra deck. For the extra deck, we have the Necro Crypt Princess, obviously standard Fiendsmith stuff. We also run the Aerial Eater just because we have this is another way we can shuffle Phantom Yubel back into the extra deck. To summon this, use this card to dump one of our Yubels, a Fiendsmith monster we need, or we can even dump Booyah to get the quick play spell card. And it has a graveyard effect where you can banish 2 level 6 or higher monsters with the same attribute, and then summon it back. We also have Loose the Dust's Dart. You use 3 Fiend and or Fairy monsters to make this card, and monsters, just like Booyah, monsters in your leftmost and rightmost cannot be destroyed by card effects. And it has the following effect: you can target a card your opponent controls, send a Fiend or Fairy to the graveyard, and if you do, you destroy the card. If another card you control is destroyed by an effect, except in the damage step, you can target a card on the field and destroy it. So it's very helpful with this deck. Next, we do have, unfortunately, there's still one of Phantom of Yubel. This card needs to come back to at least 2 because it makes no sense of why. Like, I get it. It really it helps extend and combo, and then you can end up on the second one. But come on, Konami, it's fucking Yubel. Like, come on now, seriously. It's all we got. Just give it back to 2 at least. Like, stop hitting cards that aren't a problem and actually hit the actual cards. Next, we have Desiree. Obviously, you know. The Caesar, Fiendsmith. We do have the Varudrus, the Army Negate with our Yubel monsters. Next, we have the Fiendsmith Requiem, Moon of the Heavens, Fiendsmith Sequence, all the Fiendsmith stuff. We have the SP Little Knight to use in combo with our Soul of Rage, being able to link off into one of their things to go into an SP, very helpful. We have the Unsouled Chain of Yama to search out our Red Dog, also both of these have grave effects if something on your field is destroyed. If this card is destroyed, you add a Fiend monster back from your graveyard to your hand, and if a card on your field is destroyed while this is in the graveyard, you banish it, target a Fiend in your grave and special summon it, and then you can destroy your card. Next, I do have the Agnum Day to help push the game, and the one Abawaku, just to help summon our monsters back from the graveyard and to pop a card on the field. Going off into the side deck. Side deck was pretty solid in my opinion. I have the 3 lands here just to still respect Malice, but you know, Malice is somewhat falling out the rotation, so might stop siding it. We have the 1 Feather Duster and the Lightning Storm for back row and/or for monsters. I play the 2 Triple Tactics Thrust just to search out our normal spell and trap cards. Have the 3 Book of Eclipse. This is literally in here for things like Yummy, for not Fiendsmith, but Yummy, Mitsurugi. What else is on the deck that's good against it? The White Forest, K9, Vanquish Soul. This card is very good, hits a lot of decks. I choose to play the 1 Symbol Archfiend just because it's a good card as well. The Dimensional Barrier, just to really say no to whatever your opponent is playing. This card would be that other card that has you reveal cards, the mutually respected whatever. But instead, since I don't have it, I do have the Eye of Truth just because it's in here against Vanquish Soul. Vanquish Soul cannot use their effects if they're already revealed, so this is pretty much a blowout card against them. However, you do have to keep wary of this because during the opponent's standby phase, if they have a spell card in their hand, they gain 1,000 life points. That is going to be it for this Yubel Fiendsmith deck profile. Let me know what you guys thought. Leave a comment in the comment section of how you're playing Yubel, if you're still playing it, what cards you would choose to main deck or side deck, and yeah. Let me know what you think about that interaction of Nightmare Pain and Saint Azamina, because that card was ridiculous. Literally spent like 5 whole minutes trying to figure that thing out. Like, it was freaking insane. But with all said and done, be sure to hit that like button, share this video around with any other Yubel and or Fiend players or Fiendsmith players, and hit that bell for notifications. And I will see you guys in the next video. See you around.